I'm Tarot Oracle, and here we are with the DarkWood Tarot. I just unboxed it. Let's take a look at that by Sasha Graham and Abigail. Camera is lopsided. Abigail Larson did the art on it. Here is the side of the hard box. Here's the bottom of the hard box. And here is the other side. So there we go. By Llewellyn, a 304-page color guidebook and a 78 card deck. All right, 304 pages. Well, let's see. That is approximately 292 pages. So where the other pages are located at, I'm not sure. Wait a minute. 290 and 304. Somebody messed up. That is 290, 291, and then there's the back, so that makes it 292 by mathematical computation. So we're missing some pages, or somebody, that's a thick book, though. We have to admit, that is quite a thick book. Let's take a look at the cards by zooming in. Now, the cards are a bit of a flop. They do have a bit of a flop to them. So let's take a look at the back, the dark wood, and we take a look at how thick they are. That's a lot of movement. That is a lot of movement indeed. I'm losing my voice. No, I'm actually just hoarse. So there we go. All right, the Fool. Pretty traditional Fool. Instead of one thing, we have two things. We have a dog and a cat, because you can't have too many companions on your Fool journey. The Magician. Sort of interesting there. Let's see, as above, so below. And the coin is set up, and it looks like we have a deck of cards. So, there we go. We have a deck of cards and a couple of other things in the Magician. A very limited palette type of deck. The High Priestess, instead of a B and a J, has a D and a W. Different interpretation on that. And then the Empress, we have the little heart down here. And we have a book for the Empress now. There we go. The Emperor is missing a dude. It is missing a dude, but there we go. And the Hierophant, interesting. I like the keys there. And then we have the open scroll with all of the information. Again, a fairly limited palette on here. The Lovers, we have someone sort of peeking down upon them. We have sort of the fiery feel from below. And then the Chariot, we just have a bird. Strength, we're doing a snake, a cobra apparently, instead of the traditional lion. And then the Hermit, is red. The Hermit is red instead of blue. There we go. And then the Wheel of Fortune, or Fortuna. We have a couple of different creatures on the side. I like how it's a border, but it's not a border. So you can still see on the sides of it. And you have this one actively reading, and the other ones are just sort of looking at the book in general. Here we go with Justice with the scales, and we added two victims, I guess, on the bottom. The Hanged Man. We have a bat, sort of replicating the Hanged Man feel there. And then Death. Death looks like an angel has fallen here, and Death has a time limit as well. So that's an interesting interpretation of that. Temperance. I guess we have the pool still here. We can't see her feet. It looks like the headdress from a Disney movie. Interesting. And the Devil, we just have one person below. So the Devil has this one person below there. And the Devil is carrying the chain, apparently carrying the chain. And then the chain is, I guess, hooked to the kid. All right, the Tower, pretty traditional. Have someone falling out of that. The crown is falling. The Star, we have the spilled liquid looking at a diamond type star. The Moon, no crab. Not really sure what's going on with that, but interesting. And the sun. Sun is fairly interesting. It almost looks like the horse from Death, doesn't it? The horse from Death with the red eyes that we have in the traditional Rider-Waite. Kind of interesting how they reinterpreted that. Judgment. The rebirth, I guess, is sort of in a Dracula theme. And the world. No, well, we have one or two creatures. So the creatures are reinterpreted: a spider, I guess a lizard, a fox, and not sure what that is, but that's interesting. They've reinterpreted that. Ace of Wands is on fire. I did that. I did that in mine. The Two of Wands. Interesting. Sort of reinterpretation of the globe. The globe is now shiny and sort of a main piece in there. The Three of Wands. Not sure what's going on with the fallen dude. Not sure what's going on with the dead dude. Did she kill him? Not really sure what that has to do with the Three of Wands. Okay. And she's dripping. Has something dripping from her mouth. Maybe she went all vampire. She went all vampire on him and sucked his blood dry. And now he's there, which still makes me wonder, what does that have to do with the Three of Wands? The Four of Wands. That is a grim reinterpretation of that card. That is a grim reinterpretation of that card. So basically the troll under the bridge theme. So you're going to have to, instead of being comfortable at home, I guess you have to pay a toll. Or he is comfortable at home, and sort of the unusual sense there. Five of Wands, we're having conflict, pretty traditional, except for the mushroom theme. Six of Wands, everyone's celebrating. Again, sort of that Dracula feel, that vampire-ish feel. The Seven of Wands, defending herself, a bit of a worried look there, pretty cool. And the Eight of Wands. I'm not really sure what's happening here. So instead of a movement, we have movement upward, or we have movement downward, or she's controlling it with her mind. I'm not sure what's the reinterpretation going there. Nine of Wands, being caught behind, but we're also luring somebody, maybe telling somebody to come over. And the Ten of Wands, a bit too much. It doesn't look like too much. She doesn't look encumbered. It looks like a bit of a reinterpretation here of her not being encumbered. The Page of Wands, okay. The Knight of Wands, I mean, fairly traditional there. The Queen and the King. Pretty much just staring at us. Now the Ace of Cups, that is a unusual reinterpretation. So we have them holding the cup out with the DW, the dark wood. And I guess the bird is dropping the coin in the cup. Sort of like when you throw a coin in the fountain, I guess. The Two of Cups, again back where the horses with the red eyes. Again, we have that sort of that vampire theme throughout. So I guess all the horses have the death red eyes. Three of Cups, the good old celebration aspect to that. Four of Cups. So they're being, I guess he's offering her a dead rabbit. Is that yeah? It's a dead rabbit. So offering up a dead rabbit. You know, you can't have too many dead rabbits. But she's ignoring it. She's like, I don't want the dead rabbit. I just had 4 glasses of wine. Does rabbit go with wine? We want to know. The Five of Cups, disappointment. I guess that's the rabbit that died in the Four of Cups. Yeah, I would be disappointed as well. Maybe that's the widow. So that rabbit died, and this is the widow, very upset, drinking and spilling the wine that, you know, their mate died, and not even being eaten, like you got refused. Like if you're gonna kill the wife or husband of this rabbit, at least eat them. I mean, don't just let them sit there. Be courteous. Yeah, the Six of Cups, giving, the standard giving and children theme both in there. Nice. Seven of Cups. So many choices. The vampires are back with the bats. And the Eight of Cups. There's nobody leaving in disappointment. Instead, we have snakes creeping in. What's happening here? Okay. Instead of a rabbit, the fox has caught a bird and has floating wine glasses. Man, I'm not liking this deck at all. I thought I was going to like it. I like the book. The book is nice. Ten of Cups. We got the whole family, pretty traditional theme here. Page of Cups with staring at the fish, and then the Knight of Cups. The romantic, he's got the little picnic. The Mr. Romantic has the little picnic and everything, and he has the drink ready. And the Queen of Cups, a water of water. Then the King of Cups. I'm not sure what's up with the fairy or the whatever that is. Interesting. Ace of Swords, my favorite card so far. Actually looks nice. I don't know. There's a lot of vampire, dark theme to it. I guess I wanted something a bit different. The Two of Swords. Three of Swords. Heartbreak with the large spider to go with it. Different types of swords. I like that. So Arrest, I guess a Disney theme. A Disney theme for the Four of Swords. We've seen it before. Five of Swords. Not really sure what's going on with the prisoner theme. That is the Lord of Defeat, but so she's a prisoner and has a couple of swords stabbed in her already. Looks like that she's dissecting her. I don't know. Is it like the dissection that we did in biology class when we had the dead little pig fetus or whatever it was? I'm not really sure what's going on with that. Okay, well, the Six of Swords, having the travel and getting that all. So we have the little baby in there. And then I guess we have the mom that the baby was stolen from. Is that what I'm looking at? The mom that the baby was stolen from. That's a bit grim. That's a bit grim for the Six of Swords. I'm just saying. That's a bit grim. Seven of Swords. We stole from the wolves. The Eight of Swords. We are a bit trapped. We have the rats, the swords, and we have a vulture waiting to eat us. Okay. Nightmares, yes. Overkill, yes. Page of Swords. Able to adapt to everything. The Knight of Swords. A bit of a warrior. The Queen of Swords, Corella DeVille. It fits. King of Swords, very generic. Very sort of generic. All right, let's go to the Pentacles. We have the traditional... we have the traditional gateway, but it has a door. So I guess the door could be closed. So that's an interesting reinterpretation of that. The Two of Pentacles, kind of grim. The Three of Pentacles, the work, of pride in your work, showing off your work. I'm not sure how that has anything to do with that. Four, hanging on to it, sure. So I guess the Pentacles is a tree thing. The Five of Pentacles, we're in the cold. All right. So we're giving out, but, we're signing a bargain for the money. We're signing our soul away for that money. And the Seven of Pentacles. Okay. Eight of Pentacles, we're working hard, I guess, to put those up in the tree. And the Nine of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles. I mean, all right. The Page, it looks kind of depressed. The Knight, offering his hand in marriage to the Owl. I mean, I'm not sure what's going on. The Queen of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles. Okay. All right. I'm not too thrilled with the deck. But But maybe you love it. Maybe you enjoy it. Let me know. Let's look at the book in the meanwhile. Let's look at the book in the meantime. All right, again, a very thick book. Beautiful book. Beautiful book. Wow, they really knocked it out of the park with this book. They really did. That is such a great book. All right, here is Sasha Graham, and there is Abigail Larson. Hugo award-winning artist. Okay. Llewellyn, first edition 2020. Okay. So, Once Upon a Time, The Shadow Self, Book of Shadows, Initiation, Alchemical Questions, Enchantments. Basically the good stuff starts at 47. Let's skip to 47 and go in here with the prologue. Okay. So the Fool is the archetype of the child. Such a pretty book. Such a pretty book. So then you have the card, and then we have a meaning and the shadow. Purposefully acting childish. So about a page-ish with a lot of decoration. The Magician, as above, so below. And again, a page-ish. 2 pages. There we go. Her flowing gray hair symbolizes the magician's life experience and wisdom. True magic is not the manipulation of other people. All right, meaning and shadow. Let you pause for that. Okay, so when we go to the minors, let's go to the minors here. And for example, the Ten of Wands, we have a page-ish. Yeah, so about a page. Half a page. So the Page of Wands. Half a page. About a page. There you go. So, man, that's a pretty book. That is a pretty book. Really good book. Do we have any spreads? We go from that to that. Do we have any spreads at all? Nope, just an introduction. And then reading the wood. Maybe there's some spreads in here. Once upon a time, there was some storytelling. Tips for the shadow self. Shadow meanings in tarot. Upside down world of reversals. Book of Shadows. Initiation. Chemical questions. Enchantments. Recurring patterns. The 4 suits. So we have sort of a definition of the numbers. And maybe it'll grow on me. Here we go, tarot spreads. We have the 1-card spread, the Shadow Self spread. Then we have the Deadly Problem, Awaken Inner Magic, and Soulmate spread. Energetic Chakra, Hindsight, Insight, Foresight. And that's it. Then we go into the cards. Again, beautiful book. I'm not sure why it's 292 pages, but it's, they told me I had 304 pages. That is 12 pages that, I wouldn't mind having. I wouldn't mind 12 extra pages. I guess my biggest problem would be just the movement of the cards. That's a lot of flop. That's a lot of flop. For example, we can get this. That's no flop. We can get this. That's a lot of, okay, everyone complains about the Chiro deck that just came out. So let's check that out as far as thickness goes. So there's one, there's the other. This is the Chiro deck. This is the DarkWood deck. So as a comparison there, you can see, you can do your own judgment as to the thickness of the cards. Hold them out just a little bit. Well, here we go. Hold them out just a little bit. There we go. So it's a little bit thicker. All right. Anyway, that is the DarkWood Tarot. Let me know what you think. Overall, I guess I wanted some better reinterpretations of the cards. I guess I wanted some overall variety in the theme. I guess I wanted more colorful cards. I guess I wanted a lot of everything. But, I mean, maybe it'll grow on me. Maybe it'll grow on me. Let me know what you think about the DarkWood Tarot. Thank you for watching. See you next time.